This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, welcome to our video on which application for financial aid should you use. My name is Christina Winstead. I'm the Assistant Director for Outreach at the Washington Student Achievement Council, and I work with the 12th Year Campaign. This video is part of a series for Financial Aid Advising Day to help you understand financial aid before you apply. And this is a great one because this is really going to help you understand there are two applications in Washington State, and that you have to pick the right application for you. You only have to complete one. So in previous years, I've seen students do two applications. You only have to do one. So this is to help you determine which application is correct for you and to make sure that you only complete one application. Because first, it is very confusing when we receive more than one application. And second, it's really boring to do a second application, you guys. So there are two applications for financial aid in our state. There is the free application for federal financial aid. It is called the FAFSA. That's the first application we're going to talk about very briefly. You're going to apply for the FAFSA if you're a U.S. citizen or if you're an eligible non-citizen, and that includes a U.S. national, a permanent resident. So you might have a permanent resident card, which some people will call a green card. That is, it's not a green, the card is not green itself, but you may have a permanent resident card. And if that's the case, you'll need that when you apply for financial aid. You also might be a citizen of the federated states of Micronesia. You might be from the Republic of Marshall Islands. Any of these areas are freely associated states, and so you would be eligible as a non-citizen for financial aid. If you're unsure about your situation and you want to determine, you can always go to studentaid.gov to see if you're, let's say you have a question about your permanent resident card, things like that. It will tell you all the requirements for US citizens for federal financial aid. The awesome thing in Washington State is that we also have a Washington application for state financial aid, and this is for students who are not eligible to complete the FAFSA due to immigration status, and also meet eligibility for one of our state aid programs. And so we have all of those listed right online. This will help you determine which of those criteria meet and which application you should apply for. A real easy way to determine which application is the correct one for you is to go to readysetgrad.wa.gov/WAFSA. There's an assessment on that page that will walk you through about 6 questions. And by the time you're done with those 6 questions, it'll tell you which application you should complete. So if you're not sure, based upon the criteria we just showed you, you can always go and assess for yourself. And in fact, that's what we're going to ask you to do. So we encourage you determine which application you need to apply for. That's your next step, and you don't have to share that information with anyone. If someone asks you what application you're applying for, you can just say financial aid, because both of them are financial aid applications. So those are your next steps. If you get stuck at all, there are some resources to help you apply, including our 12th Year Campaign resources, our WAFSA page, the FAFSA page, and then the washboard I just put in there just in case you're interested in some scholarships too. If you need more help, we have a really cool service called Otter. Otter is a text messaging service that'll help you navigate financial aid. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So let's say you wake up at midnight or you're still up at midnight and you're like, oh my gosh, I have a question about financial aid. You can actually text in and get an answer. All you have to do to start the service is to text Hi Otter to 360-928-7281. And of course, if you have any questions for us about financial aid, feel free to reach out. We just want to make sure that you have all the support you need to take the next steps towards your post-secondary education. Thank you so much for joining our video today, and please feel free to check out the other videos from our series for Financial Aid Advising Day.